let it drop.
I was just voguing. Don't mind me. Welcome, everyone, to Good Talks with Bad Moms. I'm your host, Nar Smart, and we are at the Red Angeles Studios, the Red Angeles Network. So thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed to all the platforms that we're on. And to those of you who have not yet subscribed to the Red Angeles Network, please do so. It would greatly, it would mean a lot to me. It would mean the world because we are building. We're a young company, all of us, and we're building together. So your support is always welcome at especially this time of our growth. So, what camera am I on? 4. So, let me just jump right into it because that's what I love to do. Today's topic, I'm going to discuss having no excuses for anything. And as a matter of fact, because I'm a personal development coach, this is one of the major things. This is one of the major factors of why people do not reach their purpose. They do not execute their goals. And honestly, it's something that I had trouble working on myself because of the fact that I didn't know I was giving myself excuses for the most part. So today's topic is eliminating excuses so you can discover your purpose in life. And why is that important? Well, in my opinion, it's important because why wouldn't you want to know your purpose in life? Why would you want to keep living in excuses and in overwhelm? Because let's face it, when you give an excuse, it's because you don't have a solution or you're too unmotivated to get the job done. So then you find the best excuse that you think people can, excuse you for. And you give it left and right. Like you pass it out like Halloween candy. And then you take a look at your life and you see what? Well, none of these excuses actually help me build anything. And as a matter of fact, the time was already passing, just like the excuses I was passing out, time was passing. It was just going. So you didn't get your work done. Time flew by anyway. And you're now older, maybe, I don't know, less motivated, still have a poor mindset. So didn't work on a lot of things. So you give yourself excuses. And I want to help you eliminate that. It's not going to take 1 half-hour episode on a podcast show that you barely discovered to help you eliminate your excuses. It's going to take awareness that you have this problem in the first place. And for the most part, people are less accountable than they'd like to be. And people do still feel shame and therefore would prefer to not address it just because they don't want to feel the shame. And where do they feel the shame from? They feel the shame from feeling like they haven't accomplished what they had in their minds to get accomplished. Nobody put it there, right? Nobody put that goal in your mind. You put that goal in your mind. And when you put that goal in your mind and years pass, time passes, and you still haven't taken the first step to get that goal, I guess, make it fruitful, make it happen, then of course you're going to feel shame. Why wouldn't you feel shame? I mean, let's bring back shame. Honestly, like what's wrong with feeling shame? Shame is such an important motivator. It's been motivating so many people's lives. And guess what? We're not saying be shamed. No. But when you feel shame for yourself, that means that you already have a moral compass within you that's guiding you. And you already know things that you innately know. Nobody needs to teach you these things. So when you feel shame for yourself, that means that it's just something you're aware of that you're not doing. And it's okay because nobody wants to be in that shameful existence within themselves. And you better believe that it's resonating outwardly as well, because somebody who is feeling shame for themselves, they're going to express it in ways that they might not understand that they're expressing. And so you give that excuse, you feel the shame, you perpetuate this behavior, and you never grow, you never heal, you never do anything positive with your life. And a lot of times, like I said, we don't even know that we're giving ourselves the excuse. For the most part, we know, but a lot of times when we don't feel the shame, because shame gives it away, To those of you who are ignorant and might not feel shame, just know that it will pop up one day after the ignorance fades, because eventually you will see. And then when you feel the shame, you might feel so much shame because so much time has passed and you didn't get around to doing the things that you needed to do because you gave yourself too many excuses, and the people around you did not hold you accountable. They did not keep you accountable. They did not tell you, hey, listen, that's some bullshit right there. Like, I'm not for it. I can't let it pass. I can't let you go for it. And if you care about that person, that is, you're too worried as the enabler, okay, because you become the enabler, those of you who allow the excuses to prevail. You as the enabler just are so scared and so passive about confrontation. That's something that you have to work on. You're so passive and scared about confronting that you decide it's better to let the person just drown in the abyss instead. Because that's what's happening. You realize that, right? Like, you're not confronting, you're enabling, and you're letting these people drown in their own piss and misery. Loca's here. Hey. How are you guys? I have a live audience. I was just telling David earlier, I'm like, I don't have a live audience. I was telling Christian, I don't have a live audience. And now here's a whole crew over here. So yeah, enablers and excuse givers alike, you both have so much work to do. And the first step, like I said, is gaining awareness to that fact. So I offer that coaching program, as a matter of fact, and it's designed to help individuals eliminate the excuses. The first thing that we do, and by the way, this is based on your time frame. It's not based on my time frame. I, as the coach, come in to guide you and take you from point A to point B, but you don't know where point B is. If you did, you'd go there. So we discover in that experience where your point B is. It's not where I think it is. It's where your point B actually is. It's not where you think it is either. So the whole point of the program, it's designed to help you uncover where point B is and how to get there. So it goes based off of your time. I have targeted activities and steps that we take, so that way I can help you uncover these secrets about yourself. Why are you giving yourself excuses? And for those of you who do know why you're giving yourself the excuse, why would you be willing then to be coached into or out of that excuse life, excuse land, so to say? And be just straightforward, like, cut the crap, be straightforward about yourself. If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, it's a yes. There is no excuse. If it's, I'm late because I woke up late, I got out late, that's what it is. And do you stay late just because then you're now accountable? No. You then work on yourself and become that person who is no longer running late to places. Again, it's a work in progress for me anyway, but there's sometimes things in your life that's circumstantial. You don't have a control over it. But if every day you wake up late and then you blame something else for the reason why you're late to work, it's not the traffic, because you know there's traffic every morning. It's not some accident, because you know you're going to encounter LA accidents. It's because you don't want to go to work. All right? It's because you are not excited about the responsibility that you have at your workplace. Gosh. It's because you're not excited about your own life. That is why you would choose to look like the person that is late places. And then you give some raggedy excuse for it. And you never grow from that place. I found that the more straightforward I am about everything, the more I grow from that experience, and the less, and I said this earlier, and the more I grow from that experience, and then the less I behave poorly about my own life. And I was just saying earlier, there's no more or less. It's either no or yes. So yeah, I'm going to work on myself to be more of the person I want to be, but I'm just going to work on myself to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could be more of that person, more of this positive energy that flows through everybody's frequencies, or I could be, less of that person and just be stagnant and deadish. Or I could just be life, I could just be life. I don't have to be more life. I could just be life. And what does that mean? That means like be in life, be alive, be in life. And you don't have to be more or less of it. Just be it. You don't have to be sometimes late. Just be on time. Always. So a lot of it has to do with reframing how we think about what we're doing. Oh, I'm running late to work. I'm running late to work because of traffic. Excuse. So we reframe it to, I'm unsatisfied. And if this is the thing, I'm unsatisfied with my position, or I'm unsatisfied with something in my life, and it affects other components of my life. So if maybe you're unsatisfied with your personal relationship and you give excuses for it left and right, and you just don't care about the other parts of your life at that point. So you use the excuse of, I don't know excuses. I don't give excuses. So it's very hard for me to give excuses. Why don't I just read it off the list that I made instead? But I mean, it doesn't matter. You already know, I don't have time. I don't have skills. I'm too scared. Those are all excuses. Especially the I don't have time one. First of all, no one has time. All right. No one has time. Time is just is. It just is. No one has it. No one has more of it. No one has less of it. It just is. So when you say I don't have time, and then you let that be your story, then you're okay with never doing anything for yourself. You're okay with never picking up that project. You're okay with never learning that new language, or because you don't have time. People ask me all the time, how do you do it, Narine? You have 3 kids. There's people who have more kids. I'll get into. You have 3 kids. You're doing a podcasting. Your kids are homeschooled. They're hybrid, homeschool and learning center. But people who ask me that are people who don't have kids, or maybe have one child. People who ask me that are people who aren't doing a podcast or anything creative to show the world. They're just being creative for themselves. And to that I say, it's not how I do it. I mean, I figure out how to do it. I figure out how to fit it into my life because it's important for me. Yeah, my baby might be screaming for the 30 minutes that she's away from me. I hear her loud and clear, but guess what? She's with me 24 hours a day otherwise. And I would just not be able to use that as an excuse. Oh, my baby's screaming for 30 minutes. I hate that she is, by the way. But I don't want to just let time pass. I want to develop what I'm developing in whatever capacity I'm developing. And so I put everyone through the ringer. And just like all great things that get built out, there's a lot of people who, pay for it in certain ways, pay for it in time, pay for it in money, pay for it in energy. So it's going to get spent, this currency. Someone's going to spend it, and I'm going to be the one to spend it on my own development. And plus, Dad can have a chance to bond with the baby in this 30 minutes that she's yelling her butt off. Oh, my God. But I can't use her as a crutch. Not clutch. She's clutch. I can't use her as a crutch. I can't say I have a baby, I have kids, I can't do this, I can't do that. No. I can, but I don't want to. I can use her as a crutch, but I don't want to. I want to develop what I'm developing. I want to develop what I'm developing more than she doesn't want me to be here for that 30 minutes. All right. So I'm just looking at it like that. There's going to be haters. Today, it's my baby. My baby's hating on me. She doesn't want me to be away from her. But like, what am I going to do? Think in place of the baby? No, I have to think in place of Narine, who's already been doing this and who wants to keep it going. So no excuses for me right there. Always ironing it out for myself, because if I'm going to be an example of what I'm talking about, then I have to like feel it on my skin. I have to be able to tell people that I've done it, so that way I can help them do it as well. Let me see. So excuses. Another excuse. I want to give an example of an excuse that people give. The homeschooling excuse. They tell me, how do you do it? How do you have the kids at home, and how do you train? Well, it's not how. Again, I have to do this. So the excuse would have been, oh, I can't, or I have a baby, or blah, blah, or I have to work, or anything. I can't use that as an excuse, because the thing I have to do is far more important in priority than not doing it and giving an excuse as to why not, because I'm maybe feeling overwhelmed about it, or don't feel like spending all that time with the kids, or whatever the reason is. Whatever the reason for your excuse is usually, whatever the reason for your excuse is usually not the excuse you give. And that's for the most part. Like if you're in an unhealthy marriage, you're going to give the excuse that you can't leave for the kids. Well, I would challenge you and say, if you're going to use an excuse, why don't you just say this? For better or worse, till death do us part, we promised each other that we would work on this to make it better. Instead of blaming the poor kids why you can't leave and keep them in a miserable marriage and household and have them be your witnesses to all this nonsense. So the real reason is that you're probably scared to separate. You're probably not ready financially. You don't have the courage to. You don't think you can take care of yourself outside of your known relationship, Stockholm Syndrome. And it's okay. But you also have to know why you're giving that excuse. Like, be honest with yourself. Help yourself develop and grow from that predicament you find yourself in. And one thing about understanding God and Jesus, honestly, is understanding how to better show up for people who don't know how to show up for themselves. And these last 4 years of my political activism and parental rights movements and just personal excellence development, this past 4 years have just been a journey for me to understand how to better develop myself, so that way I can show up for other people. And then we have and then we have an army who's well equipped versus an army who might be ill in mind, spirit, and body. Oh my God, she is so loud. Can you guys check? Can you guys check on them? Jesus Christ, yeah. Tell David to like bring her in, or maybe, I don't know. She's like gonna give me a hard time at the end of the night. If anyone would like to come to the studio for 30 minutes on Friday nights, preferably a lady friend of mine, a woman, to possibly carry Emma around or just chill with her while I talk my butt off, accepting applicants. Thank you so much. Alrighty. So the point of agreeing to not excuse yourself from doing the things you have to do is because it takes us out. Can you bring her to me? Yeah. What? Yeah. She's not hungry, you guys. I fed her. What's wrong, baby? Come here. Come here, my little crybaby. I love you.
Warning you.
I know. Adi.
Let me know when you want to give her back.
No, she's cool. She's chilling over here. Hey, babe, what happened? Huh? What happened? You guys, she's very attached, so I'm not even mad. Huh. Չես կարող հիմա խոսած, but these passes միջև մաման վերջանաս, սիրունս. Okay. We have like 10 more minutes. Give it a break. All right. We have 10 more minutes. Chill out. So let me give you guys a little bit of a activity for you to find out if you're living off of your excuses, or how to find your own excuses and uncover them. No, you can't have this. You're going to make all this weird noise on it if you touch it. And then we're not going to be considered a professional podcast. Oh, no. All right. All right. So the way I would go about it is I would take pen and paper. I love writing. It's a lost art, by the way, you guys. Pen and paper, and you write 1 through 10. All right? This is going to be like writing the outline of your book. I know I said it was simple, and it is. Just write the outline of your book and why you think you can't reach your goals. So in each bullet point is your chapter title. So you write, number 2. So you write on there 1 through 10, and each one is your title for your chapter about why you aren't achieving your goals. So chapter 1 would be, I don't have time because I'm taking care of my kids. Bam. That's title number 1. Title number 2 is, I work a lot. Okay. Number 2. Then after you have written 1 through 10, whatever it may be, you go back and you look at it, and then you give your book a title. All right. You give your book a title, whatever the title may be, after you assessed your chapter titles. And then you ask yourself, is this the book of my life that I want my children to read? Hey, Mom, how come you never did your podcasting? Well, you see, children, I had absolutely no time. End of chapter. Well, what do you mean you didn't have any time? Like, what, is there more to this story, Mom? No, I just didn't have any time. So then you set yourself up and you set up your children for failure and disaster because they're modeling after you. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to say they didn't have time to follow their dreams, or they're going to look at you as a lame when they get older and realize that, no, you just didn't do it because you were too scared. So go ahead and write those down. This is the book of your life currently. If you were to publish that book today, that would be the book of your life. And is that something that you would want your children to read? I mean, I can end the podcast with just that right now. So this is gold. So those who have eyes, let them see their own bullshit. And those who have ears, let them hear. You close your ears because I'm cussing right now. And you're in the space, okay? You got to take it. You got to take it. You're in the space now. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to give her this, all right? Don't judge me. She might put it in her mouth. There's no COVID on this. It dies immediately after reaching air. Off rant. You're going to write this manuscript. After you write your title, you're going to write this manuscript. You're going to go to each chapter and you're going to write exactly what the hell you mean when you say you don't have time. What is it that you mean when you say you don't have time? Write that down. Whatever comes to you. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it in ESL. It doesn't matter. And then after you've written all this down, I want you to call me and make an appointment and read it to me. Because I want you to read it to me. Because we're going to uncover your shit right then and there. I want you to read it to me. Because you don't want to go read it to the people who love you. You want to write a better book that you want to give to them. This is just going to be the book of your excuses, all right? Why you haven't reached your... my dad or my mom is sick. I have to take care of them. That's an excuse. Please write that down. I don't have any money. That's an excuse. Please write that down. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the education. I don't have the skill set. I don't have the blah, 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 blah. This is what Vincent does when I'm talking too much. He goes like this. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You're talking too much. You're doing too little. And that is why you are full of excuses. So let it all out. Let's purge the excuses, everybody. Let's have that be your next assignment. Whoever is watching this today, tomorrow, whenever you watch it, millennia from now, do that. Do this exercise. Write your story and read it to me. And I'll help you overcome. You know what? Just read it to me. And then we'll take it from there, okay? I'm not going to say I'm going to help you with anything, even though I know I can. We're just going to have to figure this out together. All right? And yes, I'm pitching my services. Why wouldn't I be pitching my services? I want you guys to take advantage of my services. It's a art form that is not being taken advantage of right now by many. So take the advantage of that fact right now, because I know for a fact that this is going to be something that I'm going to help lots and lots of people with, is to eliminate their excuses and find the purpose of their life. We each have a story. We each have a script of our own lives that we are here for. God put us here for a reason. You can't be me and I can't be you, but I can help you figure out how to be you. All right? So I figured out how to be me. I love me. I love me. I'll help you love you too, because you're going to figure out who you are and what you want and how to get it. It's going to be all clear. Let's get rid of the crap. Let's eliminate the BS. Let's dive into your best life, and don't waste any more time trying to figure out how to do this. You just got to do it. You got to dive into it, do this exercise. Let's get your manuscripts written, and then let's write another manuscript after you've gone through the coaching program and after you've understood how you can be a better you without the excuses. Che, Mommy John. All right, I think I'm done. This was good. Any questions? No questions? All right. All right, guys. If you want to find me online, you can find me at BadMoms Media on Instagram, or Coach Nar on Instagram. My company name is Say Yes Consulting. I probably should make that all one. I have like 15 different business names. It's all under one person. Anyway, go to Coach Nar on Instagram and DM me if you'd like to book an appointment. And we can get on a consultation and do the book together. What? All right. Thank you, guys. Subscribe to Red Angeles, and we'll see you next week. Oh, tune into Loca, coming up next.
Let it drop.